Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Next Week Now, your number one source for checking out the hot deck techs for curiosity. I'm your host, Trachy, and joining me is Jayfish. How you doing today, Jayfish?
I am like I don't know, like 11th place in the tournament we did today.
Yeah, Jayfish, you need to have some good showings. That way you can get in the finals.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Still a lot of season to go.
Yeah, that's true. Now, although we won't have another week of curiosity for another couple of weeks, even though this is next week now, it will be more like 3 weeks from now, since we got the winter break going on. Anyways, for those of you who have somehow gotten here through the YouTube algorithm and don't know what curiosity is a 40 card format, kind of a mix between limited and constructed. All the cards must come from the most recent set, in this case, Brothers War, plus the Brothers War Mystical Archives. You can only have 2 max rares or mythics with singleton copies of each in the main, 6 uncommons with 2 max copies of each, and then you can have as many commons as you want, but you can only have 3 max of each common. 8 card sideboards, and yeah, and that's Curiosity. Very fun format. Hopefully, if you haven't joined us already, you will join us. There's also prizes at the end of a season. We have raffle drawings for bundles, and the overall winner gets a donation in their name to the animal shelter of their choice. Anyways, let us get started with the deck. This week, we've got Blue-Black Draw 2. Now, this is one that we've actually seen Jayfish play in the previous 2 videos, right? So you have some experience with this deck, even though you didn't actually play it with during an actual Saturday Curiosity event.
Yes, I played this in some of our testing. I'm not sure how many weeks exactly.
And this is a deck that's been putting up a rather impressive performance. It has gone 3-0 every single week so far, which is actually more than you can say for what we think is the number 1 deck in the format, the Blue-White Soldiers list. So, Blue-Black, pretty strong, all things considered. This list I went 3-0 with, although I went 3-0 but not first place. So the rares and mythics are completely free for this next week. Speaking of the rares and mythics, very powerful ones. We got Gix, which Jayfish and I, in our Curiosity set review, both rated as a 5 and identified as a card that is probably going to get banned. Do you think that will still hold up?
Well, let's see. It have to win a week. So the earliest week it could win would be week 4. It would be suspended for week 5, which would give it week 6, 7, and 8 that it could get banned on. So I think there's still a chance. But if it misses that week 4 victory, then I don't know if it will end up getting banned.
Yeah, so there's a chance that it can actually go into the finals. So we'll see about that. It is a very strong card, though. And then the other mythic is Teferi, Temporal Pilgrim, which, if it can survive a turn, Teferi just wins you the game. Like, the spirits it creates and the card draw it gets, combined with the other sources of card draw in this set, makes it so that Teferi is really hard to beat if you can't, kill it on your turn. The rest of the deck, mainly a mix between the payoffs and the actual draw cards, plus some removal. In terms of the payoffs, you got Thopter Mechanic, gets bigger every time you draw your second card each turn. Dies, it creates a Thopter. And, you know, it's something. It means that if they disfigure it early, like, it's not that bad for you. You got Latinam Adept. Slight change I made to the deck list from what I actually played. I used to be playing 3 Goring War Plows. Now I'm playing 2 and 2 Latinam Adepts. It just keeps on growing. Can be a big vanilla creature. Trench Stalkers gets Death Touch and Lifelink, which can be a pretty brutal swing in your favor. Those are the payoff cards. And then in terms of, I mean, Evangelion Synthesis is also like payoff, but it also enables the card draw as well. Combat Courier, probably the best card in the deck. It's so good at drawing you cards. Like, it's great. And, like, it's not like your opponent's going to remove it or anything. Like, it's a 1-mana 1/1 that you could sacrifice. So it's pretty safe from removal spells. Moment of Defiance, good combat trick, gains you a bunch of life, so helps against the more aggressive decks. Stern Lesson, just good card draw, can enable the draw 2 stuff on your opponent's turn. And then removal options, you got your standard Go for the Throats and Overwhelming Remorses. And Goring War Plow, also, like, you know, to drop it on turn 2 as a Typhoid Rats. Sideboard, your standard 3 Disfigures, bring in aggro matchups. A couple of Dreams of Steel and Oil, you side out the Go for the Throats. In artifact matchups, bring in the Dreams of Steel and Oil. Third Path Savant, just, you know, in more aggressive matchups, you can cut out a Goring War Plow for the third path. Urza's Rebuff, also a card to bring in against the rampier decks, your red greens, or like the white-green list that Blizz played this week, which we will get to see. And then Gix's Command, also just great sideboard rare against aggressive matchups. So yeah, there's the list. This is another one you didn't get to play against, but you've played against other blue-black lists in these weeks, right? Or have you never been up against it?
I think I played against Ned Bob playing it once, but that's about all I can remember. I haven't seen too much of it. I've been on the losing side of the format.
Yeah, well, this has been a winner's deck. I'm sorry, so rude of me. Okay, well, let's get into it. I'll go ahead and challenge Jayfish. Get started with our first list.
And speaking of, this is Ned Bob's red, black, kind of aristocrats list.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of it in the... What is this avatar?
I told you, I bought all the good cosmetics. It does not include the Transformers sleeves, because they left off all the waifu characters.
What waifus are in Transformers? What is this?
They did include RC, but I don't like classic RC design. I prefer her blue design from Prime.
Okay, terrible opening hand. I need to mulligan this. Yeah, this is fine. Probably want to go down this. But yeah, like your Oracle of the Alpha thing was like, its chains were like blocking my Ugin. It was very rude. Drop down a Thopter Mechanic. I believe this list I'm facing... Does it play Obliterating Bolts? No, it doesn't. Okay, that's good for me then. That's Evangel. this, I think I want to drop a courier. And then play the other one. And not trade for your scrapyard mutt. As always, Jayfish bringing in the very pretty land art. Also, as always, I have the nicer looking sleeves. Take that, Jayfish.
Yeah, I didn't do any sleeve customization for these ones.
Yeah, I don't want to draw another land, so let's crack that before I attack. And then let's play another Thopter Mechanic. Being able to double block with Scrapyard Mutts is going to be pretty solid. Ooh, and a Harvester. Well, I guess that means I need to get out my Combat Courier before you can start attacking. This is the one with haste? Yes, okay. Yay, 1 damage, let's go. Ooh, Junkyard Genius. Very strong card. Let's see, I want double black. Or triple black. And you have a bunch of cards that I do not want to trade with.
Yes, this deck is very good at just putting random junky creatures on board.
Honestly, I think I just hold back. Yeah, very much a game where I'll want to side in like Disfigures. Oh, are you going to start attacking? Interesting. I do not want Goring Warplow. that. I think it's my turn to start going on the offense now. And let's gain some life. Okay, I feel pretty good about this. Plus, you can't really kill the Thopter mechanics. Since the 1/1 flyers will get you. Yeah, let's just remove your board. Okay. Good job there with my list. Okay, sideboard wise, let's see what you got. Surprisingly, you don't have any overwhelming remorses anywhere. I feel like that's a bit of a mistake. Hello?
I don't know, because I mean he's playing these Mishra research decks to go for sort of a long game. So I get why you wouldn't want to have such an expensive spell in your deck.
I guess that's true. Although sacrifice, you'd think like you could put enough stuff in your yard, right?
Yeah, maybe. We also need to talk about again, one of the neat things about Curiosity sideboarding is playing cards of different rarities to swap out of your deck. This list is just playing all commons.
Yeah, I don't like to do that. I tend to like a 5 common, 2 uncommon, 1 rare mythic. That's generally my plans when doing sideboarding. Let's see, do that. Bring in you. Bring in you. Go down. One of you. Even though this figure, it says uncommon, that's just because it's from and that's the M20 version. And you can play whatever version you want, but the rarity is the most recent set. So, in this case, this figure is a common.
Yeah, I remember back during my first season, I played the rare alt art cultivates in Strixhaven.
Let's see. Is this what I want?
I had to ask about that way back when, because probably around the first time that question would have came up.
I think I only want one of these, and then that. Let's see. Yeah, I think this is right. Well, I have no time, so we'll see. The sideboarding decisions for this list I found have been far more difficult than sideboard decisions in the past. Oh no! I forgot to submit it, that means. No, even though I made the changes, it didn't actually take place. No. Oh no. That's bad. Here's a combat card. Let's go. I think it's kind of dumb that they do that. Like, you know, can't they just like have the changes be like there?
It's probably a lot more coding than. Well, I don't know if you do coding, but I know I took
No.
one class on it, and I was like, this is not for me.
Sure, I'd be willing to trade with the scrapyard much, so I'll do a damage. Oof. Well, I'm willing to trade, so let's block. I see her on the All Mountains plan.
Yeah.
No Mishra for you. Like, full on Mishra. Yeah. I'm fine with that. Oh, my Goring Workflow. Or my Moment of Defiance, okay. That means my Goring Workflow is probably not long for this world. You got Power Stone Fracture in there. Yeah, you got Power Stone Fracture in there. Oh well.
Yeah. Why was it so hard to sacrifice the one underneath that's not full art?
Just sacrifice the full art. There we go.
I want to sacrifice the one that's not shiny.
Yeah, I'm killing a 1-drop, but that's fine. I need to live. Maybe this 5/4 can help me survive. I think I've seen most of my lands. Yeah. I have seen a lot of my lands.
That was me against Ned Bob earlier today. I had a pretty good matchup, I felt like, but just kept drawing lands. Anyways, let's see if you have an answer for this.
Ah,
I did not think this view. This does not have haste.
I mean, that's still probably the right choice. Now you just draw an excavation and explosion or something.
Yeah, it gives me outs, but holding it also. Well, Holding it wouldn't have given me an out because you drew courier, but no way of knowing that at the time.
Okay, Teferi. Do your job. Let's go. Five, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, that's in 13 of my lands. Now I've seen 14. Now I've seen 15. I have one land left in my deck.
Okay, there's a chance.
Oh. That is a good chance.
There's still a chance.
I mean, even then, you have enough blockers to survive, so...
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah. Oh, wait, never mind.
No, because that's on Earth, yeah.
I didn't realize it was on Earth.
You know, we can just move along to the next one.
Okay. So, strong showing for the blue-black deck. Even though my sideboard plans didn't go the way I wanted. Still victory. Although that was a close one at the end there. Oh, hey, I got a pack. That's cool. Let's see what I got. Bootlegger Stash. Classic card. Okay. Let's go ahead and do match 2. This one, we mentioned this earlier, right? It's the Blizz deck.
I'm not sure if we mentioned it, but yes, it is Blizz's like green-white list. I'm not 100% sure what this one wants to do. I haven't seen it.
It's more of a rampy list from what I played against it. Or at least I don't know. It's a white-green list. There we go.
Yeah, all I remember is I took out Titania's command because that got suspended this week for Steel Seraph.
Yep. Steel Seraph originally in the side, but just putting that in the main and instead putting in a second copy of Prison Sentence. Now, one thing I have learned about the deck is that if you want to deal with cards, you need to deal with them at sorcery speed while they're tapped out, because there are the Lorne's Escapes and the Guy's Gifts. So let's just go for the Throat It right now. And let's play a 1/1. Okay, let's get down a Trench Stalker. That should be good here. Then let's give you my flank. Nice 7-point gain there.
Yeah, not finding a fourth one.
Oh,
not
no.
finding a fourth one. I have to fuck this one up.
Yeah, the deck is heavily reliant on 4-drops from what I saw. I brought in those since a lot of the big things are artifacts. Let's see. What else? And then that.
Interesting, they seem to only be on one copy of Escape. And most of the lists we've seen play like as many copies as they can get.
Yep. Yeah, Escape. I mentioned this a lot. It's one of my favorite cards. But I'm always a fan of those 1-mana effects that just save your creature from anything. Okay, let's go with this. I'm hoping you cited out the disenchants. I know in my matchup against Blizz, they did not side out the disenchants, which I don't think was the right play to make. Since, like, sure, I'm playing Goring Warplow, but, like, usually I'm playing it as a 1/1 Death Toucher, so it's not, like, super important that you have disenchant for it. Discard a courier. It's like I didn't even have to discard a card. 3 mana, huh? And you didn't play anything last turn. So you might have Ambush Paratrooper in your hand, but I'm gonna risk it.
I do not.
Oh no. You are
Yeah, I don't know about this list. It's so top heavy.
Yeah, I would
my
agree
hand
with
is
that.
all 4-drops.
Which Balot's getting removed.
Yeah,
so.
now I'm just yogged out of the game. Like there's definitely no card that wins from this situation.
Yeah, and it's very
like,
light
I'll
on
play it out,
removal.
the video would be like 5 minutes if I didn't, but like, yeah, there's no coming back from this.
I don't know. Maybe I'll kill myself with Dogmoth or Gix.
Well, I'll play another 4-drop.
Can't attack with Gix, but I will keep on drawing these cards, yes. I don't care if I have to discard at end of turn. Okay. Yeah, that's game.
Yeah, with that, let's move on to one that will hopefully be a lot more of an interesting match.
A crushing defeat for the green-white list.
I mean, do you have Blizz's list posted? Like, do you want to pull it up and talk about it for a bit? Because
sure.
I don't want to just like say negative things about it. But
yes,
man, do I have negative feelings about it after that showing.
What are your thoughts on it?
I really did not like this Iron Crawl Crusher.
I like Iron Crawl Crusher as a card, but it doesn't have any ramp into it, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I don't know. I'm just thinking like maybe if there were some more synergies with it, I could understand it. Like if you were playing Giant Growth, trying to get a really quick aggro beatdown with it.
Right. I think we mentioned this in the Curiosity Set review. There's the rare Simian Simulacrum that can put counters on things, put 2+1/+1 counters like that on an Iron Crawl Crusher. Basically, like it makes its prototype version like as good as its actual version. Yeah, buffs like that. Yoshian Dissident, the fact that it's a white-green deck and it's not playing Yoshian Dissident, I think is a mistake.
Yeah, like we got this Lauren Disciple of History to get back our stuff, but like, I don't know, that does not feel like an uncommon you want to use.
Yeah, I mean, it's an okay card, but yeah, definitely not like the best. I think the main issue with the list, though, is its lack of removal. Now, granted, that's a bit difficult with white-green, but I think you want to be playing like the full sleeve of like epic confrontations. Probably cut the Airlift Chaplains as well, considering like most of the cards are higher mana cost than 3, so Airlift Chaplain's not getting you much easily.
Also, there's the Gideon's Reproach effect of the set. What's it called?
Deadly Riposte.
3 damage. Yeah. Like, you could probably play some of those to make an aggro matchup a bit more favorable.
Yeah, at least in the sideboard. Yeah, cut the Meticulous Excavation, not a good card.
Also, I mean, Siege Veteran is just what's its name? Luminart for this deck, right? There's no soldiers in it.
There's Scrapwork Cohort, and Ambush Paratrooper, but yeah, it's mainly a Luminarch Aspirant, which is still a good card.
Yeah, Luminarch Aspirant is still a really good card, and there are quite a few soldiers that I missed, but yeah.
Yeah.
Also, Siege Veteran just by itself. Well, I already said it. Yeah, Luminarch Aspirant, a very good effect.
Yeah. Although, yeah, as I mentioned before, you do have Simian Simulacrum since you're in green, so perhaps that instead could be a consideration. That can be a much quicker boost of power. Siege Veteran it's a really strong build-up. But Simian Simulacrum is a card that, like, even if you have removal against it, it doesn't matter. Like, it puts 4 counters on things in total just by entering the battlefield. So yeah, maybe the Obstinate Baloth in the sideboard as well. There are some matches where Obstinate Baloth is just not going to be that great. But yeah, the Yoshian Dissidents, I think, is the main thing. Maybe put some more artifact creatures in, cut the Airlift Chaplain, go up the removal. But yeah, although I think Blizz has a limited collection of cards, is what it is.
Yeah, I can see that. There are some like no, no, like I get it. I get that. I'm not going to say anything negative about that.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Though the list is carried by the fact that Blizz is a solid player, so
Yeah,
they
Blizzard
managed to go
won
2-1.
2-1. Okay,
Yeah,
2-1. Much better than my score.
that is true. Yeah. So even though I don't think the list is optimal, definitely something to be improved over time. Blizz is a good player. They've been playing since Kamigawa, right?
Oh boy, that's a tough one. I've been playing for so long that the faces are like especially not this isn't a Blizz thing, but Squealer who started changing their name up each week. It's throwing me for a loop. I'm an old man.
Yeah, at the start of this week I'm like, who is this player? And oh, it's like I click on their name and it's like, oh, of course it's Squealer. Yeah. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started on that final match. Challenge you. And this one is one we had to change up a bit since this was the winning list that we're up against.
This is Squealer's list. Squealer's list that I didn't spend 1,850 gems on unlocking the jumpstart cards for.
Did you actually do that, or
No.
Oh, thank God. I was joking about that. So not the best hand, but it's borderline, so I'll keep it. Especially since you mulligan. Oh, hey, you're using the best land art now. Let's go.
Cycle Fion.
Yeah, the red-green list one that we've seen in other videos has put up a good performance. Was the deck that was the only deck to beat the blue-red deck in our video last week. Squealer's been putting up good results. I figured it was oh no, that's a really good answer to Thopter Mechanic. As I was saying before, you rudely interrupted me by killing my creature. Curse you, Jayfish. Yeah, I figured it was just a matter of time until this list went 3-0. Banning, or not banning, but suspending, what was it?
Coil and Continuous.
Red, yeah.
Yeah, I was playing a green-black variant of this list myself, but I think the one I needed a lot more work. I'll bring that back for week 5 when the suspensions get lifted.
Let's discard a swamp and play a courier. Yeah, I'm not going to be playing my intended list because that I was hoping to play next week because that list was playing Wormcoil Engine. Yeah, it's courier.
This has been a sad video showing for Scrapwork Mutt because it just keeps getting blocked by these couriers.
Yeah, I think Combat Courier is the best card in this deck. Like, it might seem weird, but like it is the glue that holds this deck together. A lot of opportunists. I think I hold back and just play a Goring Warplow. Yeah, the advantage here right now. Yeah.
You hold. I triple.
Well, at least I'm just dealing with the one on board now.
To continue my Yu-Gi-Oh references of today, Kaiba has his Blue Eyes White Dragons, and I have my Argothian Opportunist.
Help me with the line for Exodia the Forbidden One when Yugi summons that.
Behold the unstoppable Exodia the Forbidden One?
Yeah, it's like...
That's not it, but that's like 70% of it.
It's like, my grandpa's deck has no pathetic cards, Kaiba, but it does have the unstoppable Exodia the Forbidden One. No, that's impossible. Oh, it's the hard cast. Full on. Oh wait, I should have used this during my turn. Oh well. Or during your turn. Oh well.
You were distracted by, oh, he's gone. Oh, this is a sticky situation. Do I care more about my own creatures than I care about you drawing cards? I don't, but I don't think blocking here is right. No. Oh, Trachy, if you could see the card I just drew. I don't think it's that good. You guys said to play it.
Is it Portal to Phyrexia?
Oh god, no. If I had Portal to Phyrexia, even if I'm short of land, that's fire.
Is it Tyrant?
It is Tyrant.
Oh, and you're short the land, huh?
We're just gonna cash in this mask for 5.
Yeah, fair income. I'm gonna exile it though. Now I could start playing the lottery, but that's dumb, so I won't. I will forever go down life to draw cards.
Okay. Oh, there we go.
Gix. Sadly, I have no way to bring you back. It's very sad.
Yeah, so there was a lot of discussion on the Discord about the alternative rares for this deck, and I don't like Tyrant. I much prefer Artificer's Dragon, but nobody should spend anything getting Artificer's Dragon because it's a track reward.
Mm-hmm. How many combat couriers have I used? Just one? Where are all of you? I need you.
Ugh.
I think I use Remorse here because I need to start attacking before you draw Portal to Phyrexia.
I didn't draw a portal. I drew something more expensive than portal.
Oh, God. That is more expensive. Well, I gain life. Okay, I feel pretty good about this position. That's going to be big. What is that? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? It's a 9.
Take your word for it. You're the math guy. I don't do math.
And then you get to bring it back as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11. So you get to bring it back as an 8, 8.
Yeah. You used all your remorses, so you can't have any more remorses. Yes.
Oh no. Oh no, I have. Maybe if I play
enough. Have used a fair amount of your deck. I don't think deck out will be an issue yet, but it could be.
I don't know. I'll draw on more cards. We'll see. Maybe if I put into play enough big cards, I can win.
And you do have 2 of the combat tricks that give life gain, so I gotta keep an eye out for those.
Well, no, I only have 1 left. One's in the discard pile.
Oh, I was seeing one somewhere. I can't quite find it.
I think I'm fine letting Teferi... Well, you can't attack here, can you?
Definitely not.
Do I have enough cards left in my deck to use Teferi's ult? Technically, yes.
Yeah, I guess. If you never take him up. Well, no, because the first 2 take-ups wouldn't affect your turn count at all, I guess. Oh, I'm not a math guy. Don't come to me for math. Come to me for Warrior Cats trivia. Like they performed the first autopsy during Swirl Fight's Hope.
I think this is actually the play. Go for Fury's ult. What a dumb plan. With the Trench Stalker now, actually things are a bit different. I think that might have not actually been the right play. Whatever.
Trench Stalker doesn't care about seeing you draw the second card each turn.
Okay. Sure. This is a big boy. He still can't attack.
I cannot attack.
Okay, let's Let's draw another one. Hey, there are my or my combat couriers. I've been looking for you guys. Wait a second. Oh no. Okay, so you need to like draw a portal to Phyrexia this turn, I think. Wait, no, never mind. Actually,
yeah,
so,
I don't think I think if you just dig for the life gain trick, you should
yeah,
be able to find
I
it.
actually have it in hand. Yes, you're right. What if I didn't have it in hand though, and you just refuse to block?
Well, then I guess the audience would know you're a liar.
Still, that was a good game.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Okay. Yeah, go for the throat is terrible in this matchup. So, bring in those guys. Let's see. Well, this one's actually a difficult choice. No, that's not right. Yeah, let's just keep this in there. Let's cut this out for this. Solutions to obliterating bolts. Yeah. Why are my evolving wilds now ugly art? Who knows? Okay, let's run it like that. We'll get this. Keep this. You can go. Ooh, Sand Steel Keeper. Or Seeker. That's a strong card. Discard you. Ah, the combo. If you get a land, you can discard it to Scrapwork Mutt. Ah, you did not get a land. Well, this is a problem. Yeah, I don't think I'm winning this one. Oof, and an Evolving Wilds. The pain. Oh, okay. I'm just going to concede here. There's no coming back from this. Well, that was bad. Maybe I don't want this, actually. I can go pretty aggressive. That? Oh, come on. Yeah, that should be right. Okay. So what you thinking you'll be playing next time around? You're gonna run it back with your green black, but with upgrades, or
I don't think there's really a switch. The list I have made for green black can play instead of Wormcoil, so I think I'll probably play soldiers next week to just help get something pushed over the ban line.
no, the bolts bolting my Thopter mechanics. Let's see what you got in here. I think I discard Scrapyard Mutt. We'll see. It's a nifty choice, but it means you can't play anything this turn unless you just drew something. Okay. Let's see, not the best situation for me. I'm not atrocious. Especially since I can now bring down a Trench Stalker. Which, even if you give your Rascalite a guy's gift, Trench Stalker can survive. So it allows me to be pretty defensive. Which is good, since I have Teferi. Travel plus. Yeah, I'll make you use it. Or not. Okay, sure. Sometimes, Jayfish, you confound me.
I mean, even if I use the gift, your creature doesn't die. Why waste it?
Well, you could have double locked.
Yeah, nice. I'm gonna need to see that Portal Hyrexia soon, though, if I want to have any chance of winning this.
Teferi's sticking up there. Honestly, does Portal even do it for you at this point?
Oh no, your board has minimized. What was it?
Sorry, what?
I said your board has minimized on my screen because you have so many creatures.
Yeah. Wait, the list playing research desk? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
Was it a main or side?
yes, side.
Okay.
Fortunately, it's not going to do it here. So as Trachy does a billion things before he kills me, I'm going to start listing off the top 10 fighters in Warrior Cats. Number 10, I don't know, Broken Toe. He seems like a pretty terrible guy. He went through like 8 lives over the course of like 7 months. That's a pretty terrible kill to death ratio, if you ask me. Number 9, Lionheart. The only time we see him fight anyone, he dies. So, like, the guy can't be that good, actually.
Didn't he die to Tiger Claw or something?
No, because that was before Tiger Claw turned traitor. He just died fighting a random. I don't think it was a random Shadow Clan warrior. I think it was the Shadow Clan deputy.
Wait, I thought like didn't Tiger Claw like help with the killing of him or something? I forget. It's been
you're getting him replaced with his predecessor Redtail.
Okay.
Redtail was the deputy Tiger Claw personally murdered. Anyways, hot take: Tiger Star will not be on this list because he's actually a terrible fighter.
Remember when he like lost 9 lives in just 1 hit?
That was a epic scene.
I don't know. I thought it was always lame. It's like, hey, this villain you introduced in this final book instead of like the overarching villain of the whole storyline.
Yeah, it's sort of a way to. Yeah, it's sort of like think about it like Harry Potter. Like the Slytherins don't contribute anything to the. I've never read Harry Potter. I'm only remembering vaguely the movies I watched like 2 years ago when I had a fever. So any Harry Potter nerds who want to correct me, go ahead. We like comments. I will respond to any comments. But like the Slytherins didn't do anything in the final battle. But by killing Tiger Star off and introducing another villain, they were able to like make all the clans relatively the good guys to move on to future arcs.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
You will take my word for it, and I will.
You're the words
next week, and by next week I mean 3 weeks from now. When we do next week now.
Next week, then. So, anyways, what are your overall thoughts on Blue-Black and the other decks you played?
I am surprised. Did no one with soldiers get the top? Like, where was the highest ranked soldier deck? Because I just noticed that none of these lists were soldiers.
Yeah, they did bad because they didn't play Scatter Ray, which is a mistake. Scatter Ray is easily one of the cards that makes the deck work because of the fact you're doing so much at instant speed. So being able to at instant speed counter, remove, or play a flash creature is just so good. But so yeah.
That's very, very, very good insight. Now, Trachy, what do you think of Latinam's Adept? Because personally, I mean, it seems like to me a do nothing card. I'd have to think there'd be something better for the draw two deck to play.
At first, I was very much on that way of thinking. I was originally only playing just one copy of it. I was thinking like I guess I need something in the 4-drop slot, right? Like, and I guess it can be like a okay vanilla beater, but like honestly, it's done decent work. Like it's basically like a 4-mana like 5/5, which I'm decently happy playing since it's easy enough to put Moment of Defiance on that and just gain a bunch of life. I think Moment of Defiance is a card that I very much slept on in the Curiosity set review, though. I think we might have rated it a 1, maybe a 2.
Yeah, I also kind of recall us saying it was just like pack filler.
Yeah, but from what I played of it, Moment of Defiance is a pretty key card for the deck, mainly because of the lifelink. Like, the lifelink is incredibly important against some of the aggro decks in the format. But yeah, Latinum Adept, like, I'm not going to go up to 3 copies. Now, that seems like a mistake, but I'm fine playing 2 copies of it. Like, it's just a big vanilla beater. Like, and I think that's sort of what the deck is wanting, since it has enough, it just has, like, this huge mass of big vanilla beaters, basically. So, yeah. What were your thoughts on Latinum Adept?
I mean, maybe I'll play it next week and see if my thoughts change on it when I actually get some games in with it. Because, I mean, I get what you're saying. It's just I can't like think, oh yeah, until I like play with it myself.
Yeah. Any other thoughts on the list?
The list looks sweet. I can't wait to try it out at some point.
Yeah. Where do you think blue-black might rank in terms of the decks we've seen so far?
Well, I'd either place it as, because like you said, it's been consistent. Like I haven't played it much myself, but like you said, it's gone 3-0 all these weeks. So like that's a very consistent score. So I think I would say it's either the best or the second best deck compared to Soldiers.
Yeah, I'm going with the second best list, mainly because I think Soldiers beats this fairly easily. But also, overall in this format, I think the decks tend to be pretty close to power level with each other. Like, this feels very fair, which I was not expecting going into this, seeing some of the bombs that are in the set. But all in all, like, it seems balanced.
Now, I do have to ask, because I suggest shoving this into every deck. What are your thoughts about putting a Blade Coil Serpent in this deck?
Honestly, this is one of the decks where that can potentially work. Since, I mean, really you want to be in blue-black with Blade Coil, since that gives you the 4-for-1, basically. Right now, I think Gix for sure. Like, Gix is, like, a game winner, and I think Teferi as well is, like, insanely good. I think those two are better than Blade Coil, but I think Blade Coil is a likely, like, if you get, like, a Gix suspend for a week, or Gix and Teferi, like, Blade Coil Serpent, I think, is a viable option to include there. You'll probably want to go up to a 3rd Stern Lesson. That way you have more ramp to get down the Blade Coil Serpent. Obviously, with Power Stones, you won't be able to get the full, like, effect, but, like, simply just drawing a card and discarding a card is also strong enough. So, I like Blade Coil. It can definitely fit in the list, but I think it needs some suspend/bans before I would put it in. Okay.
Well, you heard it here, guys. Play Blade Coil Serpent.
You know, we rated that card a 5, and it's not looking to be a 5.
Yeah, maybe a 4, more realistic.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, that will be interesting when we like go over and obviously we won't go over every single card, but we'll go over like some of the
Yeah,
cards.
we could do like 10 things we got wrong. Just steal it from There's a Home Magic.
Yeah, good idea. Anyways, thank you, Jayfish, as always, for joining, and
Always a pleasure.
let us see how you do with the freestyle segment. I don't even know what I'm doing next week now.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a good rest of your night, Jayfish. See y'all next time. We're Curiosity. Bye.